What's going on, guys? Coming to you live in Boston, Massachusetts, where every single college here has now closed campus for the remainder of the semester. So the coronavirus is affecting rideshare business, and that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about the symptoms and everything that I've learned so far about the coronavirus. Hello, hello, guys. How you doing? Appreciate you being here. So, coming to you live from Boston, Massachusetts. A lot of you know where I'm coming from. So, all the schools, I went live this morning and talked about it. Thank you for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Uh, so, all the schools here, all the colleges. I'm talking about the colleges, not the high schools. And good evening, big country. Thank you for being here. So, not the elementary schools, not the high schools, not the daycares. My daughter's daycare is still open, but the colleges. Hello, Stephen. Thank you for being here. But the colleges, all in Boston, all in Massachusetts, and probably I haven't dug that deep, but they have all closed campus as of today. Basically, all of them have closed their campuses. They're sending all the students home because of the coronavirus. So they don't want it to be a huge outbreak. The way to prevent that is to keep people out of congregating together, right? So when you have everybody together, they're going to congregate. And the reason for that is because it's an airborne illness. You get it from breathing, like the disinfecting and everything that we're doing, that we're getting these messages from Uber, we're getting these messages from Lyft saying to disinfect. It really doesn't do anything for us. I mean, what it basically comes down to is that it's an airborne illness. And typically, yeah, and so Vatech and Radford University too closed down. Guys, I said this morning. This will spread nationwide, like as far as the closures go. So colleges are going to be closing. Business travel has been suspended. This is just going to be an ongoing thing, nationwide, worldwide. They're going to keep everybody out of congregating together. They're going to send everybody home to be isolated at their homes. People are going to be working remotely. They're going to be working off their computers from home. There are some people can be affected worse than others with the coronavirus, right? So they're claiming it's a pandemic, but here, get educated. I want to post, I meant to put it in the description. I'm going to post it later, but I'm going to share this. I want to share this one with you. So I talked about this morning. I watched it on Joe Rogan's podcast. So if you guys want, go ahead and click that link right there. Put it off to the side so you can watch it later. But there's a doctor on here who actually, he's basically like a scientist. He's like a virus detective, or I don't know what he called himself in the beginning, but he talks about it. He talks about how it's airborne. The disinfecting that we're doing is honestly, it's not really going to help you prevent catching the coronavirus. He also says that there's people that are more prone to getting severely sick and dying, and that's like the elderly, the obese, anybody like elderly, obese, people that are smoking. So like, because it's you're smoking, it's in your lungs, it can cause pneumonia, it can cause severe respiratory illnesses, so in your lungs, and things of that nature. Virginia Tech extended spring break and the online out to at least the 6th of April. Okay. International flights may be canceled, but I doubt flights within the states aren't going to be shut down. Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, the flights in state are still going, but what's happening is like people are just gonna like stay home though. You know what I mean? Right. They'll freak out. That's right. They're gonna freak out. You can't just say like everybody stay home. They're not. But that's what's happening right now. And this just happened. Like I talked to a Harvard student yesterday. She told me that Harvard put out an email to everyone saying that they're closing the school. All students are required to go home. They're giving them to the end of the month. I don't know why they're waiting so long. They should make it sooner. But this is what's happening. I mean, this is what's happening. My rideshare business is completely like shut down, like 90% done. Like I could go out there, I could get a couple rides here and there, but it's done. The college students are going to be leaving. And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I could go out there and take all these college students to the airport. I could get the last little bit of business that we'll have, because this coronavirus issue is going to go on for months. This is going to be like a 4 to 6 months, and it's in that video that I shared with you on Joe Rogan's podcast. So he talks about how we're just starting to see the effects of this. He goes very much into detail about how we have sick people now that need medications, but a lot of the medications come from other countries. They come from China. They come from China, and they come from like India. And they're not going to be able to get those medications, right? So now we're going to start to see the effects of the supply chain coming into this country. And he was saying how we're not prepared. So what I'm trying to say to you is this is like, I've been talking about exit strategy and things for a while now. Like for someone like me that completely relies on my rideshare income for like, it's like how I pay the bills. Like it's no longer there. Like as of yesterday, I mean, I've seen it slowly decline in the past couple months, but it's no longer there. It's no longer there. And it won't be there because in Boston, we rely on business. We rely on events, which no one's going to be going to. We rely on the school students, which all of them are going to be leaving. We rely on the business travelers, which nobody's traveling. So everybody's staying home. Students are going back to their houses. Like this whole business is going to die out. I mean, maybe Uber Eats would be good, but I don't think that's going to be like that's not a full-time business. I won't be able to make the money that I need to make. So I don't know if anyone else out there is in the same situation as I am, but I just want to say that like, if you have an exit strategy, if you're thinking about an exit strategy, now is the time to get very serious about it, because unfortunately this is going to affect everybody everywhere. And rideshare will no longer be like be as lucrative as it was. Not that it really was lucrative to begin with, but it's what's going to happen. What's up? What's up, dude? What's up, New Hampshire? So Trump 2020 still trolling. Dude, just go away. We're talking about something serious, Get real. I just want to read what Uber put out a second ago. Hold on a sec. So I was reading what Uber sent out a message. They sent out something in the inbox talking about coronavirus. I actually like what they put out. So if any driver is infected, it says our commitment to safety during coronavirus. So they're saying the safety and well-being of everyone who uses Uber is always our priority. We are actively monitoring the coronavirus situation and are taking steps to help keep our communities safe. As we all adjust to new precautions, I want to highlight a few actions we are taking. Cleaning supplies for your car, which is it's just not going to do anything. Like you can disinfect it all you want. This is it's an airborne illness. It's an airborne virus. So it just comes from breathing. But they say cleaning your car, cleaning supplies for your car. We are working to provide drivers with disinfectants to help you keep your car clean. Supplies are very limited, but we're partnering with manufacturers and distributors to source as much as possible. We'll be prioritizing distribution to drivers in cities with the greatest need. We'll be in touch with more details, which it doesn't even matter. Leave at the door delivery. Eats customers, which I did Uber Eats today. It did turn out pretty good. I tried to do a video on it, but my dash cam had like a super glare on my face, so it really wasn't even worth it. They may include a note like leave my order at the door or ring my doorbell and leave in the lobby. You can see these instructions in the app under customer. So, I mean, there's a precaution. I don't really think that's going to do anything. Supporting public health authorities. We have a team available 24/7 to support public health authorities in their response to the epidemic. Working with them, we may temporarily suspend the accounts of riders or drivers confirmed to have contracted or been exposed to COVID-19. We're also consulting with an epidemiologist to make sure our efforts as a company are grounded in medical advice, which I don't really think that they are right now. Support if you're taken off the road. Okay, so if you're taken off the road by Uber, any driver or delivery person who is diagnosed with COVID-19, or which is coronavirus, COVID-19, or is individually asked to self-isolate by a public health authority will receive financial assistance for up to 14 days. Only 14 days. I hope you get better by then. While their account was on hold. We've already helped drivers in some affected areas, and we're working to quickly implement this worldwide. Well, that's really good at Uber to actually put that out. I appreciate them for that. This one is maintaining your Uber Pro status. The last thing you should have to worry about is losing your Uber Pro status. We are protecting the current Uber Pro status of all drivers for the remainder of this qualifying period. Sharing advice to stay healthy. We're we're reminding everyone who uses Uber to follow advice from public health authorities. If you're sick, stay home and away from others. Wash your hands frequently and cover your cough or sneeze. For more information, visit the World Health Organization website. Additionally, there have been reports of discrimination linked to the current situation. If you feel uncomfortable picking up a passenger or completing a delivery for safety reasons, you can choose to not accept or cancel. But it is absolutely against Uber's community guidelines to discriminate against anyone based on their race or national origin. Okay. I don't even like that they put that in there. Like at this point in the whole situation, it shouldn't be considered that it's about race. It's only about safety. Wait. Oh, we got the two biggest haters are here. We got Rick Blaine, huge hater, and Trump 2020. Trump 2020 that doesn't show his face, or Rick Blaine. You always notice it's the biggest haters, always the ones, the biggest trolls that don't show their face in their pictures, but they have the biggest mouths. Tom Hanks was just announced to have contracted COVID-19. That's sad. I mean, anybody can get it. So I hope everybody's doing good out there. I mean, at this point, as I'm speaking, I can like tell like my voice, my throat is like starting to act funny. I had like a runny nose just a second ago. I think it was from the onion I cut up in my salad, but I'm like a little freaked out now. And what I was saying is like I could go out and transport the last bit of students like to the airport and try and get as much business as I can, until all the students are gone. But I'm like, why do I want to risk myself getting sick at this point? I shouldn't have been out driving as it was. I was worried about making a living, but now I'm like, it's not even worth it to get sick. It's just not even worth it. I got to find something else. I don't need to be picking up random different people all the time and taking them, who knows where they came from, who knows who they've been exposed to, and then getting in a enclosed vehicle, close quarters, closed environment with sick people. It's just not worth it. And I think that, I hate to say it, and I don't want to put everybody into a panic, but I just think that, you have to, at this point right now, with the way things are going, you have to start thinking about your own health and safety at this moment. I'll be digging into savings. I'll be digging into whatever I can. I'm going to try and figure out the next move. I'm going to be doing a lot more internet marketing, doing a lot more from home, from my computer. Like, dude, didn't you just hear me, big country? I just said the disinfectant's not going to help you. It's airborne. It's not about touching. If you educate yourself, if you actually look at the information out there, the disinfectant has nothing to do with it. They're just saying that so people don't freak out. It's airborne, which is why they're telling people to leave the schools. That's awesome that the 100-year-old man in China has survived. Big country, I'm saying this to educate people. No, it's a big deal. You're saying relax, and yeah, I get it. I'm not running around in a panic, but this is information. I mean, this is how we survive. You need information. You clearly don't have the right information right now. You need to like think about this, right? It's airborne. You get it from breathing. From breathing. It's going to be another like 4 to 6 months before this even comes close to being under wraps. Rick Blaine, show your face. You're seriously a coward with nothing better to do with your life but be an internet troll. Congratulations. This is probably like the height of your life right now. Yeah, Trump 2020 is right. It's airborne. And don't get me wrong, Rick, I love you, man. Thank you for being here. I mean, if it wasn't for my haters, I probably wouldn't be anything. Yeah, I'm gonna hide that one. Rideshare 411. If you have something to say that will help everybody, go ahead and put it out there. Otherwise, your messages aren't getting through. Rideshare 411 is just here trying to promote himself. Sergio, it's not gonna be done in 2 weeks, bro. It's getting worse. If you look at the numbers, they're doubling every 4 days. That's right. Trump is right. Trump 2020 is right. It can take up to 21 days for the to show the symptoms. So basically, what that means is like you could be totally infected with the virus, not know it, or your kid could be infected with the virus, not know it. They come home and they're breathing the virus and they're breathing onto like, especially if you have elderly parents or anybody elderly in the family, a kid could have it, not get sick, right? So what they're showing is the kids aren't getting sick. They could carry the virus, but they're not getting sick, and then they could breathe the air, pass it on to an elderly person in your family, and then they could get sick and they could die. Successful mindset. I think you're wrong there. It will hurt the economy, but I don't think it's being blown out of proportion. The professionals, the experts see this for what it is, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. Alifu, what's up, bro? In Virginia, it's up to 9 confirmed cases. Well, yeah, you could buy the cleaning supplies and resell it on eBay. Like I'm not going to dish you for that one. Do it. I was thinking about it. I got some yellow gold right here. White gold. Look, I can put this on eBay right now and probably sell it for like 20 bucks each, 40 bucks each. I don't know. It's garbage. But it's just not going to help you. I still didn't disinfect my car. Just try to keep the windows down and the AC on. Keep the air flowing. Yeah, 92 confirmed cases, and I think it was like 32 deaths. I'm gonna look it up right now. Massachusetts now has 95 coronavirus cases, most tied to Biogen meeting. So, Massachusetts residents under coronavirus quarantine increased to 445. What else? What else can we see? 95 in state. So, and Massachusetts is under a state of emergency. So, coronavirus, let me see if there's been any deaths. I think there has deaths in Massachusetts. You'll learn how to spell. Coronavirus live update. Who declares? U.S. death toll rises to 33. 115 over 115,000 cases worldwide. I can't see the deaths here though. I can't see the deaths in Massachusetts. It's not really showing it. Alifu, the Trump 2020. You're making me laugh. I'm going to show this one. Iran attacked the U.S. today. the thing is this even if your economy is good right now, even if you're making money right now. Yeah. Like, even if your rideshare business is good right now, it's gonna be affected if it hasn't hit it yet. I'm just saying that, like, Massachusetts, I think, is one of the first ones, right? We have Seattle, California, now Massachusetts. It's gonna spread faster, right? Because it's airborne, guys. I'm telling you, like, this is gonna be a big deal. I'm not saying a ton of people are gonna die, but what I'm saying is everybody's gonna be caused to stay home. Like, the whole commerce of transportation is gonna be kind of shut down. Our supply chain, and think about how much products come from China. They're not allowing anything out of China right now. All the things that we get on Amazon, how many things on Amazon come from China, come from other countries? Like, all this stuff's going to be shut down, guys. Like, I don't think we really understand the severity of just the supply chain, the economics and the supply chain. And I'm just putting this out there because I want you to think about it for your business. If you depend on rideshare business for your main source of income, or a big chunk of how you survive, it's going to be cut. It's going to be cut in half, at least, at the minimum. At this point right now, for me, I'm definitely looking at other things. Like, tomorrow, I'm going to meet with someone about doing a sales job. We're talking about internet marketing. We're going to do a lot of marketing together. So, it could be a great business partner. I don't know yet. It still has yet to be seen, but we'll see. But I just know that now's the time to make the move. I'm not going to go out and try and scrape up as much as I can in rideshare. I know right now that it's time to make a move. It's time to make a move, and I'm putting this out there, and I'm sharing this with you because I want you to think about it for yourself as well. Your economy will be affected. I promise you. Uh, it's unstable. All right, let me move. Let me get closer to my Wi-Fi because I know it's not stable. So hang on, guys. So hopefully being closer to the Wi-Fi will be better. Will be good. Coachella's okay. Coachella's canceled. This is a bunch of bullshit. Rob, yeah, you can drive tomorrow, but I'm just saying. Yeah, listen, you can drive tomorrow and that's fine, but you're gonna run the chance of getting sick. I know that you wanna make as much money as possible. Like, I get that, right? Like, I was doing that too. I was doing that too. I want to show I wish I had a better background here. I don't have any lights. I don't have any lights over there to use. I need a better platform. I'm not set up for this. My Wi-Fi sucks over there, so I had to bring it closer to my modem. Yeah, it's nowhere near the deaths yet for the flu, but it will be. Watch, I'll paste this video again. Rob, thank you, man. Appreciate that. So if you watch this video, I want you guys, when you get a chance, don't do it right now, but watch this video. It's on the Joe Rogan podcast, and he's sitting down with an expert, and the expert's talking about how, he's an expert in this kind of stuff. He wrote a book on it. He predicted, like, all this. And he talks about the supply chain. I'm sorry about the video here. And he talks about the supply chain and what's going to happen, how it's going to affect us, how it's going to affect us all. They have said on the news today that it's 14 days to be quarantined to see if you have corona or not. Something always comes out in election years, But I mean, you can't argue. Like, I get the conspiracy theories, guys. I was kind of on it at first, right? But now that we're in a state of emergency, there are all these cases going on. I mean, Have I seen it with my own eyes? Like, no, but I know that college campuses are shutting down. Business travelers aren't happening. My phone is not getting pinged. Even on economy modes, I had it on economy modes today. I was barely getting pings. The busiest I was in Uber Eats. So you might want to think about doing that. Um, do you think it's cool to ride and wear a mask so that you reduce the risk of getting sick? In this video with Joe Rogan, the doctor talks about it and he says the masks are really useless unless you're wearing like a respirator. Um, no one is telling you not to drive, but if you have family to feed, be super careful. Make sure you have a mask on. Yeah, I mean, I get the idea of wearing a mask, but I mean, it's airborne unless it's a respirator, right? Unless it's a respirator like almost like a construction respirator or a spray paint respirator. The guys that do paint when you're in closed areas and stuff like that. It's really ineffective because you have those air. You're breathing the air. It doesn't shut out the air. Those masks, what he was saying too, those masks are just to keep you from spitting, from projectiling, out of your own mouth, and they really don't just protect you from the air quality. Rick, I don't even know what you're saying, man. Rob, it's not about the cart handles, like what I was saying, right? So you can disinfect everything all you want. It doesn't matter. It's airborne. It's airborne, right? It's in the air. It's from breathing. It's not about touching. It's not about surfaces. The whole thing they're saying about the surfaces, they're telling you that so you have hope. So you think you're actually doing something. And that's probably the biggest conspiracy because it's not true. You can disinfect all you want. It's not gonna help you. Oh, when you drive. Well, who was telling me? Who was telling? I forget his name. I think it was Juan. He was saying that he was driving around with a Michael Myers mask on Halloween. People were like scared to get in the car with him. I think that would be hilarious if somebody was driving around with a paper bag over their head, talking about like coronavirus filter. Yeah, I mean, Uber Eats was okay today. I had Uber Eats. I did it. Yes, did I do it yesterday? I did it 2 days this week. Yeah, because I did one day in Boston because it was super slow. So I did it in Boston, and then today I did it here in Waltham. It was okay, like $25 an hour, with tips. So if I didn't get the tips, it probably wouldn't be as good. But then you factor in the gas, and I probably spent $5 in gas. Probably did 2 gallon, yeah, 2 gallons in gas roughly, maybe a little less. So it's like $5 to $6, $50 total. So, $45 in 2 hours. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not sustainable. It's not going to happen every hour of the day. And plus, I got to make way more than that. So it just doesn't work. It's not going to work. And I know it's not going to work. And sometimes you just have to lay it down. You have to lay down a bad hand. And right now, driving a ride share for me in Boston is a bad hand. And I don't know what it's going to be like for you in your market, but I assure you it's going to be affected. It might not be affected yet, but it will be. You want a sense of humor? Go Army Navy store, buy a gas mask, big air filter, pig up people to loosen people's minds. Dude, I mean, it'd be hilarious. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. There's no rides even. There's just no rides. Like I swear to God, I sat in Boston tonight during rush hours. Right, I was there from 5:30 to 7, sitting in the center of Boston, and I got one ping for a Lux ride. Yeah. Get your mop gear. Those of us, anybody that was in the military knows what mop gear is. Put your mop gear on. You're buying a biohazard suit. It's a little silly, but I like it. I like where you're at. I mean, you got to stay late on this, right? But I think so. I'm not worried about the sickness. Okay, here's the thing. I just want to make this clear. I'm not worried about the sickness, but what I am worried about is economic um, effect that we're going to feel. Right. So that's what this is about. It's about what the coronavirus is going to do to our economy. Right. So driving rideshare, people are going to stay home. I mean, this is what's going to happen. And so I wanted to like the whole point of this. I'm getting like so caught up in these comments, but what I want to say is like now is the time more than ever to think about your exit strategy. Like, do you want to stay in rideshare forever? You know, and if you do, that's fine. But if you don't and you thought about doing something else, I think now more than ever is the time to like really dig into that. And if you don't know what to do, you know, it's time to get some knowledge and start like looking into something else. I really, really think that you should. It's not. I'm gonna put in the description too, guys. If you want to know what I've been looking at, what I've been studying as an internet marketer, I'm gonna put it in the description. I'll put some links in there for a couple books, and then also there's a challenge coming up. I, I have to double check when is it. If you guys want to see it, if you want to see what I'm doing, this is actually going to be what I'm going to move into now. I'm going to start talking more about this and developing exit strategy. Um, Let me just check the date because the next challenge is coming up. So on March 22nd will be the date for the challenge. I'll put the link for the challenge in the description. I don't have access to the description right now. I guess I don't have it until after. If I had done it before I started the video, it would be good, but I can't do it now. These live streams kind of throw me off a little bit. They don't have the same kind of access. Might be forced to give rides to and from the methadone clinics. Ivan, what's up, man? Good to see you. That's well said, big country. I think that that you're right. You can only take it one day at a time. For me, like my one day at a time, my income is dropped this week. This week has been so bad, and I'm already behind as it is. So I have to make the jump. I have to get out now because like I'm on a sinking ship. For me, it's a sinking ship. As I as I put the time in, I could make the money as a driver, right? I could put my 12 hours in every day and I can make the money that I needed. Now, the problem with that is I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life. So I need to develop my exit strategy, which is my business, my marketing business. So, but the 12 hours that I put in for rideshare, my business suffered. There was no growth. I didn't grow. So as soon as I take hours away from my driving and put it into my business starts to grow, but my income drops. So now I'm like playing this teeter-totting game where I'm like, I want my business to grow, but then my income suffers. And I'm like, oh, well, I got to bring my income up. And now my business suffers. And so right now my income's way down and I can't be spending time sitting around for no income. I'm just going to jump all in and get the business going. And I had this whole program, like I was getting ready to put out this whole coaching program, and it was going to take drivers from beginner status, teach them some things that I've learned along the way, not just in rideshare, but just in my life about how to talk to customers, how to talk to riders, how to get tips, how to get private clients. I was going to do this whole coaching program, but right now, what I see, it's not going to be very helpful for drivers. I'm not even promoting anybody to sign up to drive at this point in time. I'm not even promoting it anymore. Just not going to do it. I think what you should be doing is concentrating on getting out, at least having some sort of strategy to get out. I think this is going to be. I think it's really going to affect your economy. I really do. I think I'm sharing this with you now because this is what's happening to me right now in Boston. I mean, and this just happened yesterday. It just happened yesterday. So I know like Trump 2020 was in here talking about how how can I tell people to upgrade their vehicle? Well, that's what I did. I was very successful at it. And I think, before this coronavirus came around, I would suggest that people do the research and find out to see if it was possible if you could upgrade your vehicle. And I thought it was actually a good idea because you, there's a lot of good business out there when you upgrade your vehicle. But now, right now, as of yesterday, because of the coronavirus and the effects that I'm now seeing and feeling here in Boston, I definitely think that you should not. I had a guy reach out to me. Actually, I got to call him back. He reached out to me in email, and then I talked to him today on the phone, and he was interested in upgrading his vehicle to a black vehicle because he wanted to find more time, still make the same amount of money that he was making as a full-time economy driver, but upgrading his vehicle so he could have more time and the same amount of money so he could pursue his education because he was learning how to code. So, if he's spending all his time driving, you can't work on the business. But as you get and upgrade your vehicle, you can make more money per ride, which gives you more time to work on your business, your education, whatever. It's a risky, it's a hard game. All right, I've been doing this for 2 years, and I'm telling you, it's a hard game. 2 years ago, I didn't think I'd be here still right now doing rideshare. My plan was to be out, but I had to spend so much time driving just to make the money I needed to survive, and so I couldn't spend any time on the business. It's a tough game, and right now I told him, I was like, you should not upgrade your vehicle. You should not spend another dime in this business because right now it's gonna die. It's gonna die. It's gonna be dead for a little while. There's too many drivers. Everybody's gonna be fighting over, like, it's gonna be bad out there, guys. Store manager. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I appreciate that though, Rob. I really do. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Plexiglass in your car, simple. I love your explanation. I love that. This is extra cash for me. I don't do this full time. However, it's cool. This allows me to make your schedule is awesome. I agree. Like, I think part-time rideshare is the balls. Like, I think that's the best way to go. If you need to make extra money, I think rideshare is a great way to do that because you can turn on whenever you want, turn off whenever you want. But as a main source of income, no, I don't think it's a good idea. But as part-time income, I think it's excellent. Although, like I said, like, until this whole coronavirus thing blows over, I think it's going to be another 4 to 6 months. I don't think it's going to be very good at all. And who knows who you're going to run into, like, driving is what I'm saying. Stars everywhere. Coronavirus will crash the market soon. This is just the beginning. This can possibly bankrupt a lot of. It's really no joke. It really can. I think, like, most importantly, it's going to have a huge effect on the economy. And that's what I'm saying here. That's what I'm saying, guys. I think that, like, you really need to start thinking about what you're doing with your money right now and what your plan is for the very near future. So I am using a rental through Lyft. I need to upgrade my vehicle. What should I do? You should not upgrade your vehicle right now. I think that you should continue doing the rental through Lyft. And as soon as you start to see the business die, which I'm sure it will, let me ask you this. So, is it Xyler? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Xyiler. I'm guessing it's Xyler. What market are you in? And have you seen the demand for rideshare go down? CBD is a big craze right now. Could you imagine if they figure out that CBD is a cure? Hey, that would be crazy. I don't know. I don't know if that would be it though. Craigslist, bro, stock up on food now. Rideshare is done for a few months. Yeah, that's what I'm saying right now. Craigslist, that's what I'm trying to say. You have a short memory. This afternoon, you were promoting car rentals. So much for consistency, Rick. I don't know what the hell you're talking about, dude. My market doesn't have enough drivers. Well, that's good. Rob, where are you driving? From 0 to 100. In my opinion, economy, you get constant rides in the economy mode. Okay, you get constant rides and you can do it on a cheaper car. But in Lux and Black, you have to wait. Plus, you have to buy a better car, pay more for the insurance, and to sustain it. Well, my insurance didn't really go up. Just to tell you the truth, my insurance didn't go up much at all. With my better car, with my luxury car, it goes up a lot if you get a livery license. So if you want a commercial license, it'll go up a lot. But mine didn't go up. But you're right. Like, you have to wait. But that's what I was saying. Like, you'll wait a lot for the luxury rides, but it gives you more time, right? Like, so when you're doing economy, like, this is time, this is your driving time, right? So this is your off time, your personal time. So when you're in economy modes, you drive a lot to make money and you have no time. When you get a luxury vehicle or a upgraded vehicle, XL vehicle or better, Now you can get more per ride, so you can spend less time driving and you get a little bit more personal time, where you can work on your education, you can work on an exit strategy, you can work on your business. So it's a balancing act. It's not one that I recommend, but I'm just saying, like, most of us got into rideshare because we needed the money and we needed it fast. That's why I got into it. I needed the money. Like, I had to find something very fast. I was a carpenter. I was a union carpenter. I had a very good job with benefits. My daughter was born, and I was fighting with the mother. We were living together, and then we separated because we didn't want to keep going like that. Now I found myself in a situation where I couldn't, when it was my turn to have my daughter, like on the mornings that I had my daughter, I I couldn't get her to work. I mean, I couldn't get her to daycare on time, and then make it to work on time for 7 a.m. Right. So I had to make a decision, and I made a decision to commit to my daughter. So that's why I started doing rideshare. I got laid off, and then I was like, I need to do something. And so I started doing rideshare because it was immediate, it was fast, I could do it right away, and I could make the money that I needed, and that's why I did it. And I recently did a poll, and I asked people, and over 50% of people said that they started rideshare because they needed money fast. And so that's what I talk about a lot on my channel is like, what I'm doing, and it relates to the people that needed the money fast. That's why they got into rideshare. Most of us that are doing it don't even want to stay in it. Don't, but we feel kind of stuck. Um, well, it is and it isn't. I'm in Denver. Wednesday is typically dead every Wednesday. Yesterday seemed normal. Okay. Well, it might, in Denver might be okay right now, but I'm telling you, this is gonna be a trickle effect, right? Like, I think, like, Massachusetts is one of the first few states to declare a state of emergency. This will spread, and because okay, now think about this. Let me just say something real quick. Sorry, excuse me for burping. So Massachusetts is in a state of emergency because our cases of people infected are increasing. Now, this doesn't mean that people are sick and they're dying, but they get tested and they're infected. So now they're declaring a state of emergency. They're closing college campuses. They're sending all the students back home. Right now, somebody can be infected and not be sick. So what happens is one of these college kids could be infected. They go back to their home state, maybe in Denver, Colorado. They go back to Denver, Colorado, and they're infected. And now they don't know it because they're not sick. But now they get in contact with somebody. They spread it to another person and another person. Now an older person, is sick and starts dying. Somebody who's obese gets infected and starts, to develop severe symptoms and become very ill and could die. And because they say that older people, anybody with bad health, and like smokers too, are very susceptible to getting sick on this virus. So and that's how it spreads. So now they're going to send everybody back home. They're like, oh, okay, so everybody's concentrated right here in Massachusetts, where the breakouts were. Now we're gonna keep everybody separated now and go home, and everybody's going to go back to their home states and their hometowns, bringing the virus with them, not even knowing it, and they're going to spread it around. This is going to spread, guys. Rick, Rick Blaine, you freaking piss me off, and then you make me laugh so much at the same time. I love you, man. um, Rob, you're in Akron, Ohio, so you're saying the economy's still good there. Okay. Good to know. I like to hear this. I like to hear what's going on. Football Hall of Fame market, 30 minutes south of Cleveland. Okay. X and XL. Daniel Robinson, don't upgrade right now. I think this is probably the worst time. If you're thinking about upgrading, I understand, and you were probably right to think about it, but right now is not the time. I'm telling you, it's not the time. I would not do it now. Colorado also declared state of emergency yesterday, but schools have not closed yet. They haven't closed yet, but watch, in the next couple of days, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. Rob, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that. Johnson, and I believe this is all because of the aliens. CDC website confirms that this is a respiratory transmission via droplets. Mask may give limited protection by stopping the droplets. Yeah, I mean they could help a little bit, but mainly it's airborne. Vitamin B and vitamin C, it's the fastest way to boost your immune system. Vitamin B makes also the infectious milder. There were studies from 10 years ago. Oh, that's good to know. Stock up on your vitamin B and your vitamin C right now. That could be a good side business, right? You could put all your money in, buy as much vitamin B and C that you can, and then you could resale it on eBay or even Amazon. That might be a product that you can just sell on Amazon. You can do a fulfillment by Amazon. And these college kids are coming back off spring break from God only knows where from. I know, like it's crazy. Like I'm telling you, it's gonna spread. It's gonna be worse. Now, just keep in mind that like people in good health are not at like serious risk. Yes, you are at risk, and anybody can be infected, but it doesn't mean you're gonna get sick and get symptoms. Okay, so you can be infected and not get sick. So being infected is not a big deal as far as your own personal health, but you can be infected and spread it to somebody else who will get sick. So that's the main issue. I mean, one of the main issues. There's a lot of issues here. They also say there's no evidence of surface to person infection, but the virus may live for hours or days on a hard surface. So disinfect. Oh, okay. That's interesting. How would you feel about going from economy to economy? Do you mean going to a different city? Um, I'm not sure what you mean by that. Going from economy to economy, not fully upgrade and commit. I I think if you're renting right now, you should just keep renting. I know it costs a lot, but what if your market dries up? What if Sorry, no rental to base car. I don't. Oh, no rental. No, I think if you're renting right now, I think that I think you should just keep renting for right now. Grind it out. Do those couple extra drives every day just to make your rental cost, and wait to see what's going to happen in your market. Okay, I seriously think that every single market will be affected by this. In Italy, there was already a black market that were selling masks for $5,000. The police rolled up. I really do wish you all the success in the world. Smash smash that shit, bro. Take care of that daughter of yours. I have an 9-year-old daughter. She's in my world. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. I don't know why they were. Probably because you said shit. But yeah, thank you, Rob. I appreciate that, man. Stay in touch, all right? Stay subscribed to the channel. We're gonna be talking about exit strategy. That's where I'm gonna be going with this channel. We're gonna be talking about exit strategy and what the next step is for everybody. So I see a lot of YouTubers who do Uber as a part-time while they go to school and become real estate agents. I've heard there's good money in real estate, helping students rent and so on. You're welcome, Zyler, if that's your name. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but you're welcome. I hope that helps. I just think right now is a time for caution, Like I said, just grind it out. Do those extra drives every day just to make your rental payment, and then see what happens. I check your channel every day, man. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. All in all, masks and disinfectants are not the answer, but it will help mitigate the spread of exposed. Yeah. I mean, I agree. It will help. It will help, but you're not going to be fully immune. Disadvantaged immune systems are biggest risk. Yes. So vitamins. Yeah. Get your vitamins on. Everybody get your vitamin C. Just so you know, like if you need foods that are good in vitamin C, peppers have a ton of vitamin C. So fresh peppers, eat fresh raw peppers for vitamin C. If you can't get any vitamin C at the market or whatever, that I do know. Obviously, I think everybody knows OJ. It's funny too. I was just getting ready to do more videos on Uber Eats. Like I tried to do one today. I was trying to do a ride along today, but the exposure on my face, like my face was like whited out. It was like blurred. So it kind of like sucked, but and I'm just like, oh, I think now is the time to stop doing the videos. Rob, you're funny. All right, guys, I think that's it for now. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I'm going to do, at this point right now, I'm going to do updates every day. Keep you posted. I love your input. I love, everybody that's here. I appreciate you all. Even Rick Blaine and Trump 2020, all this crap and trash that you guys talk. I do appreciate you guys. Wearing a face mask. All right, Rick, I will. I'll get one. I might even have an old one that I can wear, an old face mask. But I appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there. Think about your exit strategy, what you're going to do next. And I wish everybody a safe night, safe day, safe weeks to come. Think about yourselves and your family. Stay educated, stay on point, check the latest news, see what's happening. Just, I'm not saying panic, but just pay attention, keep an open mind about everything, and take care of yourselves and your family. All right. I'll be here every day. I'm going to come on every day. All right, everybody. XL, but I wished Lyft would let me do just XL. Daniel Robinson. So what I heard for Lyft, you can actually contact Lyft and ask them to be able to choose XL only. I've only heard this, but you have to contact them, and they might grant you that. They might grant you that wish. So check it out. Don't have poop fingers from the bathroom. Yeah. Wash your poop fingers when you get out of the bathroom. All right. Peace, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe. Oops. Stop it.